Hello, my name is Reese Kemp. I'd like to welcome you to the ministry of Raising the Standard of Truth with Reese Kemp. I have not did a video in a long time. I really don't like doing videos because I don't like talking through a camera. I don't even like the thought of talking through a camera. But I'd rather talk to people. I'd rather write 1,000 messages. I'd rather talk to people face to face than to talk through a camera. I just don't like it, but it must be done. God has created so many avenues to minister the gospel of truth nowadays. One of the greatest avenues is the video, YouTube and internet, social media, because, there's a lot of vices that people have, a lot of racism, a lot of separatism, a lot of respect to persons that's going on in churches and around the world, But this is one of the greatest avenues. The gospel is being preached every day and taught truly in the spirit of truth on social media, YouTube, and the internet. I want to get right off into the message today. I'm kind of tired, but I'm going to do this because it needs to be done. Like the same way I'm doing the videos, because it need to be done. I have an issue I want to speak about today, and it's called racism. We're going to speak about racism in the church, racism in the world, racism in the marketplace, racism among people, racism in classes. There's racism. It's alive. It's well. It's kicking. It's kicking in America. It's showing its ugly face again. It's on the rise again. Through the media. We're seeing it all on the news, on Facebook. We're seeing different forms of racism in everyday life. And the reason we're seeing it is because people don't want to deal with it. People don't want to face the truth. People don't want to face the truth about themselves, that we live in a racist society. We live in a society where racism has been taught. It's been a part of this society before I was born, before my mom was born. We have a stain of racism that plagues America, and it keeps showing its ugly face because nobody deals with it. Nobody speaks on it. Nobody conversates about it. It's like it's taboo. Like let it sweep it under the rug. It's going to deal with itself, but it has not dealt with itself in all these years. It keeps showing its ugly face because people have not dealt with it. And what you don't deal with it, eventually, if you don't deal with something, it's going to deal with you. That's the truth of the matter. I just listen to people. Look at stuff on TV and listen to people talk. And if you listen closely to people will tell you the truth about themselves, because out of the abundance of the heart, the mouth speaks. And you will know exactly what's in a person's heart if you listen closely to the words they speak out of their mouth. Pretty soon, it's going to come out of their mouth. That's why police, when they have you in an interrogation room of people that commit crimes, they try to get them to speak, to continue speaking, because they know eventually they're going to tell the truth. And that's just human nature. That's why the lawyers say, don't say nothing. Don't say nothing without a lawyer. Call your lawyer. Plead the fifth. Say anything. But that's the truth about people. They'll tell the truth about themselves. I was listening to people people call themselves all type of things. People call themselves black. They call themselves white. They call themselves Democrats, Republicans, atheists, Freemasons, Catholics, Christians. They label themselves with all type of labels. And that's who they are, because that's who they say they are. They put that label on themselves, so that's who they are. Anytime you say I'm a Catholic, a Muslim, a Hebrew Israelite, Christian, one of those, Democrat, Republican, that's who you are, because that's who you say you are. And this is my belief. I'm going to tell you the truth. I don't care if you like it or not. If you label yourself with anything other than the truth, then the truth is not who you are. You have separated yourself from the truth, because now you deal with truth through that label that you leverage yourself at. You even filter the truth through that label. Just say you're a Republican. You're going to filter truth through the Republican process, through your process of how you feel the truth. You're going to only receive truth from a Republican standpoint. Same way with a Democrat. The same way with a Muslim, Hebrew Israelite. Whatever label you label yourself as, that's who you are. And when I'm discussing the truth with you, I'm already knowing you're not going to receive what I have to say because you are going to filter the truth through that label that you placed upon yourself. But the truth is absolute. Truth is not Christian. It's not Republican. It's not Democrat. It's not atheist. It's not Hebrew Israelite, Muslim, Catholics. It's not Baptist, Pentecostal. It's none of those things. Truth is absolute. It's pure. It's undefiled. It's who we are called to be. I like what Jesus said. Jesus said, I'm the way, the truth, and the life. John 14. He said, I'm the way, the truth, and the life. John 14, 6 and 7. I'm the way, the truth, and the life. No man comes to the Father but through me. If you had known me, you had known my Father also. Now you know and have been told. Jesus said this because he was the only person who could say this. Out of all the great men and women that walked the earth, whom we deem as great, they could never make such a claim as this because it wasn't in their heart. It wasn't in their character. It was not who they were. But Jesus came on the scene and said, I'm the way, the truth, and the life. No man comes to the Father but through me. If you had known me, you had known my Father also. All the great men of the earth, Gandhi, Martin Luther King, Malcolm X, all the great men, the great men of the Bible, Paul, the Apostle Paul, Peter, Jeremiah, John the Baptist, Isaiah, Jeremiah, Ezekiel, Moses, as great as the men were, none of them ever said that. But they all talked about Jesus. They all talked about the way. They all talked about the truth. They all knew him, that he was coming. They all proclaimed him. But today we got, in society, there's a lot of deception in society. A lot of us are deceived. A lot of us are deceived in religion. We're deceived by color. We're deceived by racism. We deceived ourselves. I went for a job interview. On the job interview, when I got through doing the job interview, I looked at something was on the job. I didn't answer it, but it asked me a question. It said, "Are you black, white, Hispanic?" It wanted me to claim this label that I'm black. But if you see me through this camera. I'm not even black through the camera. You can see me. I'm a color. You can see me through the color. Black is without color. White is to be white as snow. No man or woman on the face of the earth is black or white. No man or woman is black as the abyss, and no man or woman is white as snow. Those are just labels that someone labeled us with. And like foolproof idiots, a lot of us have taken those labels and we live those labels. And we associate ourselves with those labels. Just like crash test dummies, we just take something and go with it. That's not who you are. God created us as human beings. We are all made in the image of Almighty God. And in the image of God, he created us male and female. I was looking at somebody, and a long time ago, I had a conversation with somebody, and I learned it just from watching things, because I've been shot before. I've been shot. I needed a blood transfusion. But I didn't know who gave me the blood. I didn't really care, because them giving me that blood caused me to live. And I didn't know where the blood came from. I never asked. But I was taught, somebody told me that when you get a blood transfusion, someone else has to give you blood. And that blood has to match your blood. My mom couldn't give me her blood because her blood did not match. My father's blood did not match. The people that were around me, their blood did not match. A stranger gave me blood and it matched. And the doctors didn't care if it was white or black. Neither did I care if it was white or black. But it gave me life. That's how human we are. That's how human God created us to be. That my blood can give you life. You can be falling to your death or have a near-death experience and need blood. Do you know it don't matter if you're white? If your blood is the same type of my blood, the type that my blood is, I can give my blood, and my blood will prolong your life. That is true. That is beautiful in its own essence right there. That's beauty. That's the beauty of God. That's the beauty of being human. But we live in a world where not too many people are human anymore. Now people taking other people's lives because they have no, you know, they have no value for life itself. They have no value for other people's lives. You know, when you see a police shoot a person 6 times to take their life, and that person has no gun, you know, you can make all the excuses you want to make. But the truth of the matter is this: that was somebody's life. That was somebody's daughter, somebody's son, somebody's father, somebody's mother. You just took their life as if it was nothing. You're going to go home to your wife. You're going to go home to your kids. They fatherless. Somebody fatherless, somebody motherless. Somebody's without a son, somebody's without a daughter. Because you took their life. You treated them less than a human being. And we can make all the statements we want for police and everything, but you got all type of things they give you. You know, you got a taser, you got a baton, you got a walkie-talkie, you can call for help. That gun, shooting a person to kill, that should be the last result any person should take. Being you a human being. Being you honor the lives of other human beings. But when you don't look at things from a human standpoint, and you don't look at all people being human, and you take upon yourself a label, you call yourself white, and you deem that person to be black because you call that person black, or even them person call themselves black, then you're just taking away the humanity of that person. Now you're dealing with that person based on color. That's our society. That's the society we live in today. That's America. But people are colors. People are religions. People are Americans, Christians, Catholics, Muslims, Hebrew, Islam, atheists, Masons, Freemasons, and Democrats, Green Party, Tea Party, all type of divisions and denominations, groups and organizations. People label themselves as. They no longer human beings. Society is full now. America's society is full of robots who label themselves with labels, and those labels are who they are, and they operate within that scope of robotic label that they put upon themselves. And there's only a few human beings. And those human beings are the truth. They know the truth because they know the way, the truth, and the life. I feel like this. I'm going to tell you the truth of the matter. If you label yourself with anything other than the truth, then you cease to be a human being. You can call yourself a Democrat, Republican, or whatever you want to call yourself. The truth of the matter is, you're a human being first. That is just a label. And if you carry that label upon yourself, or you put it upon your name, or that's who you label yourself to be, or you call yourself, you can only you're gonna filter the truth through that scope of who you labeled yourself as. You can only see the truth can no longer be absolute to you, because now you're gonna filter the truth through Christianity, religion, Islam, Catholicism, the Hebrew Israelite religion. Being a Republican, the Democrat process, that's how you're going to filter your truth. It can no longer be filtered through truth, because that's what truth is supposed to be filtered through itself, because truth is what it is. I can speak on this stuff all day, but the truth of the matter is, truth is truth. We all have the same purpose in life. God creates the same purpose. He creates to be human beings. We are to seek truth, know truth, understand truth, and become the truth we know and understand. That's who God called us to be. He didn't call us to be Republicans, Democrats, Catholics, Hebrew Israelite, Muslims, man, all this other stuff that people label themselves with. I'm the truth. I'm of the truth. I want to know the way, the truth, and the life. That's why I'm seeking it. I'm not black, I'm not white, I'm not brown, red, I'm not a color, I'm not a crayon. I'm Reese Kemp. I'm a man of God. I'm a man seeking the truth of God in Christ Jesus. That's who I am. That's who I'm going to be. I admonish you to be the same way. Take off them labels. Don't be a label. Be a human being. Treat other human beings as you want to be treated. That's my message for today. That's the message of the truth. I'm going to leave you with a couple of scriptures too. Jesus said in Jesus says,